Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be using the artist Almanac as a bit of an inspiration and using vintage ephemera to create a page. So I'm starting out in my Dina Wakely craft journal, and the page today is inspired, and you can see it in the center of the right hand page by the brownie bit in the middle. By the artist Almanac, which is a almanac of 19 different artists who created a piece of art to inspire you to use collage fodder and so on. So in the month of January, I chose to do a page each day of the month inspired by other artists, and I found it a really great challenge because it pushed me out of my comfort zone to use things that I wasn't, or styles that I don't necessarily use. This one in particular because it's just using browns, blacks and whites and greys. So it's a very warm, neutral palette and very graphic palette, which I really loved. But it was interesting to not have a rainbow on my page. So as you can see, I'm kind of using similar stuff from symbols and mark making that you can see in the piece there. So it's got X's on it, so I'm using some X stamps. It's got those finger dots of white, so I've used finger painting of white. It's got splatters of black, so I'm using splatters of black. So it really was about using that as a bit of inspiration. I'm not copying exactly, but I'm using a lot of the same elements, I suppose, to try and incorporate it into my piece. So one of the things that I had on it was some vintage text, or a stained text. This is from, I don't know if anyone remembers these, the squashed fairy books. It was like a diary of finding fairies, and they've squashed the fairies in the pages. So I pulled out one of those. These are old, very old. I've had these for yonks. Stickers from, I think, Making Memory, but lovely big graphic type stickers, and you can sort of see that being replicated on the page as well. I had to do a quick bit of maths to make sure that it all added up properly. So I was busy choosing numbers that I knew would work together. So this is kind of like creating a flashcard on the page, which kind of appealed to the teacher in me. I'm then going in and aging up my pages. So I'm using the, is it walnut ink or vintage stain ephemera sheet, not ephemera sheet, oh my goodness me, archival ink from Tim Holtz. Then I'm going in with some washi tape. Now, interestingly enough, this artwork was originally created by Dee Catron, who is one of the main forces behind the artist Almanac, and she also sells some washi tapes. So I'm not 100% sure. This is either her washi tape or it's from All and Create. But again, very graphic, had a lot of the similar type symbols and so on that was replicated in the background. So you can sort of see where it's coming from and hopefully where it's going a little bit. I decided to play around a little bit with, adding the washi over the black line and so on. Just so you've got a really big black and white. Then I've got some syrup paint, which is, I like to really use it as a vintage glaze over things. It doesn't look like the best colour when it comes straight out of the paint palette, but or paint bottle, but when you actually use it, it's just got these really warm hues to it. Then I'm using dropping over some acrylic ink and getting some really big splats on the page as well, so it looks sort of really rough and ready. And again, this is sort of all about creating a bit of a background. To incorporate it in to the page a little bit more, I'm repeating some of those stamped parts from my previous page, and putting them over the vintage ink. I then decided I wanted it to be a bit more drippy, so while it was still wet, I dripped it down the page by banging on the page a little bit. I'm also going to go in with some black and white splatter using my fan brush. So there's a lot going on. You can see me protecting my iPad. My iPad is covered in acrylic ink. I watch most things through ink splatters on the page, so you can see I'm trying to wash it off too. Then I'm going back in and drying it again. Now once I did this, that was the main background, and that was the inspiration from the page I had, but I actually added on this little flap with a vintage character on it as well. And you can see up the top there, the Friday, January 5th, I actually added on the original artwork too. I felt that it was really important because all these pieces were inspired by someone else's artwork, that I had their reference artwork there. So you can see that sort of tucked in underneath that image. So it was really fun pushing myself to work outside my usual colour confines and using lots of vintage ephemera together and that really warm vintage grungy vibe on my page. Hope you have a go at it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.